women fuck dudes that they don't even like all the time. She doesn't need to want to spend her time with you. You guys don't need to be texting all the time for her to fuck you. She doesn't even need to be that attracted to you. I mean, you're just gonna fucking bend her over anyway.
Fellas, he's not lying. Sleeping with a woman and keeping a woman are two different things. Just look at the types of men women sleep with and compare them to the types of men women marry. It's completely different. Women sleep with the animal in you and do other things with the civilized person in you. I'll say that again. Women sleep with the animal in you and do other things with the civilized person in you. A lot of the fellas that struggle with women overthink and put in way too much psychological effort in everything they do. And this extra effort is literally what is making you unattractive and anti-seductive to women. This extra effort removes the animal from you and leaves only a civilized person behind, a self-conscious, overthinking, over-rational, over-logical, civilized person with inhibition, apprehension, and all the boring and awkward stuff women don't want to rub up against in the bedroom. Because sleeping with women, fellas, is very easy. As the fella said, she doesn't even need to like you. You just need to be in touch with your animal side.
The one requirement is that she has to respect you. If she doesn't respect you, her pussy's just not going to agree. She's not going to be able to get off. Look, women get horny just like we do. Sometimes they just got to settle with what's available when they want to bust a nut. Look, don't aspire to be this hypothetical dude that I'm talking about. What's my point? My point is the surefire way to lose a woman's respect and make her pussy dry up is being a bitch.
This guy is funny. Fellas, a bitch is the worst thing you could be in a woman's eyes. And a bitch is a man who puts in too much psychological effort into the things that he does. He is entirely a civilized person who has abandoned his animal side in favor of the comforts, pleasures, and securities society provides. Most women don't even do this. Most women have a civilized side and an animal side. Most women do not completely abandon their animal side. No, they keep it a secret for the men who also have this duality, or for the men who simply have a powerful animal side. And when they meet an entirely civilized person they want to sleep with, they are disappointed to discover that their animal sides cannot hang out and do animal things together in the bedroom because the man standing in front of her has abandoned this side to him. He has driven up the motorway and released the dog in him, released that dog out into the wilderness, right? Because he saw no value in that dog, like a fool. This is the type of man who will call the police instead of handle his own problems. Instead of dealing with his problems, right there, as it arises, he goes round the corner, asks the girl to use her phone so he can put a complaint in. No animal in him, just a civilized, rational don, like her dad.
She would rather fuck a dusty, crusty, musty-ass boy. Well, what about if she's fucking a guy just for his money? That's not about her getting off. That's a transaction. She doesn't fucking want to. She has to.
If you can't get women without money, without status, without looks, then you can't actually get women. You've got no business actually dealing with women. You're only going to be violated and exploited. If you need these things to get women, you don't know women. Stop going online with an actual picture of yourself and with your actual first and last name saying you need these things in order to get women. You are exposing yourself and embarrassing yourself, because the men who have never needed these things are looking down on you, and the women who have just got back from doing what you just said is impossible are laughing at you. Like a portion of dry kebab and chips, you just don't have the sauce. Or like a uni student, you have the sauce, but it expired a very long time ago. Sign up for 101 coaching. Let me teach you the recipe. Me, I'll teach you how to mix the ketchup with the mayonnaise and make your burger sauce, make special sauce, make fancy sauce. Let's get you back in touch with your animal side.
Moral of the story, don't be a bitch. She would much rather you be broke and not placating her and not pandering to her and not sending her fucking good morning text. She would much rather you not have a fucking car or a job as long as you're not sending her fucking good morning texts and like trying to smell her fucking farts, bro. Like,
fellas, it will be better that you try to smell her farts than you sending her good morning texts and you sending her pictures and showing her what you're doing with your day. Every single woman I have ever dealt with, I have ever spoke to, has laughed and has also showed me the pictures you guys send her. They think it is lame that you guys are sending her pictures about what you're doing today in your trip to London. Stop doing stuff like that. You are oversharing. I remember I was doing a thing with this woman and we stopped doing the thing because she was upset with me and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, we reconnect now and she's all showing me pictures of a brother who is going to Turkey, the brother's journey going to Turkey and back, getting a hair transplant. She's all asking me, why is he telling me these things? This brother is actually sending her a picture of the before and after. You know when you got all them, you know the hair transplant, you got all them dots on your head and stuff like that. This guy is giving her a 360 of his dome, of his cranium. The before and after, telling her about the journey. This was before they even met up for the first date. It's this type of behavior that made her come crawling back to me, fellas. Because women keep their animal side a secret, when they meet a man who has a powerful animal side or simply has an animal side that is able to draw out her animal side, that is able to accommodate her animal side, she will share every dark detail of her life with that man. Every detail with that man, because she finally has somebody for her animal side to speak to. All right. And so what you guys need to understand is, first of all, women don't practice higher values like respect or privacy. So they don't respect your privacy and they don't respect any information that you share with them. Please understand that any information you share with them, she's sharing with her friends, with her sister, with her mum, and with the man that she sleeps with. Understand that. Right? The woman is literally, she thinks you're silly for oversharing information to her. She thinks that you're dumb. Understand how women use information. Women are gossipers. She thinks that you're a fool for telling her these things about you. You not knowing what she's going to go and do with this information. Anyway, that's for a different video.
a lot of these guys don't realize that they are treating these women better than how they fucking view themselves. These women don't even think they're that sweet. Why do you?
Fellas, listen, when you first deal with a woman, you need to value them like they value themselves. I'll say that again. You need to value them like they value themselves. Drop your romance novels. It don't work. It doesn't operate in reality. If this woman sees herself as a 5, but you see her as a 10, she will simply just see you as a 5. That's the reality. That's the facts of life. She's going to see you as a 5 for seeing her so highly. The woman looks at the world in a different way to how you look at the world. She is just going to think to herself, what a fool you are. I'm definitely not a 10. I'm definitely a 6. If you know me and the things that I do and the things that I do Saturday to Sunday, you would not think I'm a 10. In no possible future, in no timeline am I a 10. You are either lustful or you've never dealt with a baddie before. Either one of those things, it doesn't matter. She's going to come up with a negative evaluation of you. Women are incredibly judgmental beings. She's not going to judge you in a positive way. She's going to judge you in a negative way for overvaluing her. The truth is she's going to think you're too excited. Too excited, like a little boy who's got his first pair of cheeks. That's the outcome that's going to happen. Right? If you want to raise a woman's self-esteem, raise a woman's confidence, this is not the process to go through it with. At first, you must value her like she values herself. As I said, you should only be focused on talking to that animal in her. Right? If this is an animal that rolls around in the mud, it can't fathom what you're talking about, princess stuff. It's like, what are you talking about, bruv? Like, me, I roll around in the mud, innit, fam? Are you going to come and roll around in this mud with me or what? It's just that simple, fellas. All right? If she sees herself as a 6, you need to see her as a 6 or below. That's what she's going to be comfortable with at first, fellas. If you're doing anything other than that, you're doing too much. You're too civilized. You're too civilized. You don't know you're beautiful. You're too civilized. There's not one direction.
Like, here's my thing about that is I enjoy to a reasonable extent that like group of girls that I hang out with. Like, I don't actually mind being around them, so that's why. But they would, it's unlikely that they would want to be around me if it wasn't for the fucking, viewership I had. God forbid I asked them to hang out off stream. Oh, dude, like, not a fucking chance. I'm just a jester.
This is why I find the black pill community and the Looksmaxxing community to be so stupid, right? The same conversation I'm talking to you about. Women are not attracted to men who put too much psychological effort into things, right? Women are not attracted to men who are hyper civilized, men who have removed the animal within them. Even subscribing to black pill ideology and even subscribing to Looksmaxxing ideology literally just confirms you've removed the animal in you. You are too self-conscious. His whole ideology is that nothing matters outside of your looks. But in this clip here, he's just completely destroyed his own ideology because he's literally just admitted that if it wasn't for the clout and the viewership, then the women won't even meet up with him, will not fuck with him in any way, shape or form. He's literally just, imagine doing all of this to make yourself look as good looking as possible. And then you have to admit on your stream that when the cameras are not rolling, he has no chance of these women meeting up with him. So you just completely destroyed your own ideology. The thing about black pill ideology and Looksmaxxing ideology is that it is a pathological intermediate state. These individuals are yet to develop the wisdom, the insight, the perspective, because they don't have the actual lived experience of the world yet. This is the reason why most black pill and Looksmaxxing people are young, because they are silly. They're still very, very low IQ. The curse of Looksmaxxing and the curse of black pill ideology is that in your attempt to make yourself look as good looking as possible, you're destroying the animal in you. You're making yourself self-conscious. I said in a previous video, the reason why human beings love animals so much is because they're not self-conscious. The reason why we like dogs so much is because they're not self-conscious. They're not out here thinking about how you're treating me and how you treat me last week and being all awkward and socially awkward. They're not self-conscious, and that's why we feel comfortable towards them. That's why we like dogs. There's a lot of women who sleep with dogs as well, but that's another story. Right? And there you go. So I don't know why. Don't know why you guys don't think women are not attracted to the animal in you. The reason why we like babies and children is because they're not self-conscious yet. So babies and children, they have this vibrant, radiant aura because they lack this self-consciousness. They're just living. They're alive. So the dogs and the babies and the children, they have this vim, this vigor, this vitality, this energy, this grandiosity towards them that we lose as we grow up. So when we see this grandiosity in another living, sentient person, we are drawn towards that. Because the truth is, our nervous system wants to copy them. That's why we're drawn towards them. That's why a lot of adults are drawn towards children. Because children got a lot of things to teach us. Children got a lot of things to teach us.
None of these fuckers, even give a shit, really. Because they didn't have to pay anything. It's like I'm inviting people on the stream marathon, which is so much exposure, all this stuff, paying for everything. It's like you guys can't give me the simple courtesy of not. Fighting is one of the most ridiculous concepts to me because of not only technology, but once you sort of get to a successful position, you have private security.
Oh, so there's no value in your mind of learning a jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai?
No. That's so stupid.
Clavicular is a pathologically civilized person. Now, you may think, well, how is he civilized? Because he goes against the social norms and values. I'm not talking about norms and values. I'm talking about hyperlogic. This is his own form of logic. He is entirely a logical being. He's not a high IQ logical being. He's not a logical being that is logical to me, but he doesn't have any animal within him. His hormones are absolutely destroyed. Let me tell you guys something, right? If you guys think that human beings Human beings who have reproduced with each other for hundreds of thousands of years, please understand that we have subconscious and unconscious mechanisms within us. Please understand that a woman has many indicators to figure out whether you're fertile or not. If you think for 1 second that a man who is infertile could actually compete for the mid and long term with a man who is highly fertile, regardless of how these two individuals look, you must be so stupid. This is a fella who doesn't even believe in fighting. He thinks learning how to defend yourself is silly because you could just buy security, you could just call the police or something like that. Fellas, this man has no animal in him. Do not let these types of individuals lie to you and make you believe that he can take your woman or he can even satisfy a woman. He cannot. I've been around really good looking fellas like Clavicular, right? And with a very, very strong, with no animal in them and very, very strong feminine spirit. They might be able to sleep with a woman one time, but they can never keep women around them. They cannot keep women around them because the women, not only are the women not attracted to them, but the women are disgusted by individuals like this. They are disgusted by men like this. And what happens is that the woman, she will go from a temporary sexual attraction to just trying to exploit and violate guys like this. I assure you, you will never see Clavicular with a actual beautiful woman mid to long term. You won't see it. And if you see it, he's paying her for it. I absolutely guarantee this to you. There's a big reason why a lot of attractive guys who, as I said, who are over civilized, who are over rational, too logical, the guys who have removed the animal within them, have no animal side to them. You never see these guys with beautiful women. You just don't. They're always with women who are several levels below them in terms of attractiveness and just value in general. They'll make a virtue out of necessity and they'll tell you, oh, well, her personality and her character is so good. No, it's not. That's not true. That's not true. Their character and their value is low. Just like their attractive levels. It's just that they can't actually keep women of quality around them. With my content and my page, I teach you guys how to attract, keep, and maintain beautiful women, the type of women you actually like, women who are better looking than you, right? Because that's actually a difficult thing to do. But in terms of just sleeping with women, to do the things that this fella does or this fella you see him do, it's easy. Women are easy. If you just want to join up your animal side with another woman, it's easy. All you need to do is have an animal side. And then all you need to do, when you have an animal side, you'll know how to seduce her animal side. Right? 9 times out of 10, a woman is just looking for a guy with a powerful animal side. Forget about how you look, your money, anything, your accomplishments. It does not matter. If you have an animal side, she's going to bring her animal side out. And you guys can come out and play with each other. I remember on a very, very old video, I tried to explain to you guys that at the end of the day, a woman simply wants you to knock on her door and ask her, do you want to come out and play? Like you used to do when you was a child. But you guys, you just lose your youth, the animal in you. You lose these sides to you that you overcomplicate everything and you put so much psychological effort in everything that you do. Just trying to go in for a kiss. She can see your brain coming up with complex mathematical calculations. Just trying to meet up with her. She can see you come up with complex mathematical calculations. For you to just do a simple thing like to touch her, she can see your palms get sweaty. She can feel your blood rate, your blood rate rise to just ask her to come back with you. She can sense all of this psychological effort you put into everything. And this is because you don't have an animal side. When you have an animal side, things become easy. Things are simple. The animal is simple. Sleeping with a woman is simple. These things are easy. Keeping a woman long-term for a monogamous relationship, not simple, quite hard. That's quite civilized. So I try to teach you guys and give you guys game about that stuff because it's a bit more difficult. I did a video not too long ago where I was talking about, I need to talk to you guys about my experience as a black guy. It helps the non-black people on my page and it helps the black people on my page. if you pay attention to when I'm talking to you about my experience being a black guy, I'm always highlighting how animalistic I am towards women. I'm doing that so you can understand what I'm trying to say to you. I'm trying to explain to you that as a black guy, you get literally one stereotype, one good stereotype, and that's that you are more animalistic than other men. You are more uncivilized than other men. You are perceived to be more irrational than other men. You are perceived to have even lower IQ than other men. I have loved that stereotype. I've always used those stereotypes. If you watch my videos, you know I'm not low IQ. But trust me, when it comes to dealing with the women, listen, I act like an animal, and it's easier for me because they expect it. They expect it. And because I'm an animal, they expect me to be very expedient. They expect me to kind of like take shortcuts and to not be as civilized as other types of men. So when I'm dealing with women, if they want to go and cheat, I'm a good looking black guy, innit? All right, I'm not going to lie to you like I'm an ugly black guy or something like that. But I don't looksmax. If anything, I put effort into making myself look rugged. I looks down. I do not want to be considered a pretty boy in any way, shape or form. I'm not a pretty boy, but I wouldn't want to be considered one. You know, I don't want to be considered cute. I want to be that there's a certain level of attractiveness that I want to sit on. You know, because I don't think it really benefits a man to be. I like looks down. Just, if that makes sense. I'll make my hair a bit messy. I'll make sure that I'm not wearing bright colors. I'll make sure I just wear block colors. I have a laid back look. I want to look like I don't give a fuck. That's how I literally present myself. I want to look like people are, well, you don't give a fuck. That's actually the look I try to go for. I looks down. Right? And so the reason why I tell you my experiences as a black guy, it's not so I can boast like you insecure fellas in my comment page. If you comment stuff like that again, I'm going to block you. Just so I can boast. I'm trying to give you guys game so you can understand something here. Right? But this is a stereotype specifically for black guys. Right? There's loads of different stereotypes, and take from this information what you need. The fact that I'm considered uncivilized, it works in my favor. The fact that people perceive me to not put psychological effort, it works in my favor, and I lean into it. I lean into those stereotypes because it's something women want to sleep with when they just want to bust a nut. When they just want to bust a nut, they're going to go for the uncivilized fella, the one who won't talk to other people about his experiences, the beast. You know, so, for example, in my experiences, when I deal with women, because I'm so much more animal than civilized, and I am so much more animal than civilized, I have high IQ, yeah, but I'm still an animal, you know? So with an animal, with a beast, the beast goes wherever there is food, wherever there is cheeks. The beast goes to whoever is treating him nicely. You know, so wherever there is calories, the beast goes. Wherever there is cheeks, the beast goes. The beast does not tolerate crap. You can't even go back and forth with the beast because the beast is going to bite your head off. Right? And so there's all of these elements, and the women react really, really well to the beast. Women really react really well to the beast. The whole Beauty and the Beast thingy, it's beautiful. It works. Beauty and the Beast. That works. You know, and then the whole journey is that eventually what the woman wants to do, the woman wants to civilize the beast. Eventually, if the beast has got that serious rod, I'm going to make a video about the importance of the rod, because this is something that I don't mention, right? The most important thing when it comes to dealing with women is game and the rod. I swear to you. I don't like talking about looks, money, status and stuff like that, because it takes the spotlight away from the most important things, which is the rod and game. Game is so important because women are sentient life forms who are multidimensional, and game is always multidimensional. Game holds multiple truths at the same time. But anyway, that's a different video. All right. So when you're dealing with women, you got to understand the Beauty and the Beast narrative. All right. The woman wants to meet a beast, right? Because that way she can match her animal beastie dark side with his animal, beastie, dark side. The woman who conceals her red flags is attracted to the man who leads with his red flags, right? Because that way her red flags can be seen and can be accommodated with this beast. But then eventually, and it's after receiving the rod, after catering to this beast, she's going to do what she needs to do in order to change, to civilize this beast. She wants to civilize the beast. And 9 times out of 10, she wants to civilize the beast for her, not for society, but for her. Right? And then that gives her a journey. It gives her something to do. Women need to have something to do with you, you know, and probably the best thing that they want to do is civilize the beast. Civilize the beast. You know, and this is the best dynamic for you to have, because honestly, her expectations of you are so low. When I come across men who want to start crying because they finally met a girl who cooks, because he came back from work and she cooked him a dinner, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, you've never had any love in your life. I've never dealt with a woman who hasn't cooked for me. I've never dealt with a woman who hasn't cleaned for me. I've never dealt with that. I've never experienced that. If I'm with a girl, I'm used to getting into the shower. When I come out the shower, my place is all clean up. I'm used to women doing that because they perceive me as a beast. Right? And then when the woman is dealing with a beast, she ain't expecting anything from you other than protection and a rod. Protection and a rod. She knows if she's in trouble, the beast is going to come and bite the heads off of what it's got to have come and bite the heads off of. She knows the beast ain't going to call the police. The beast is going to come and protect her, and the beast is going to be able to provide rod. And when she's hugging the beast, she's going to feel like she's the little spoon. She knows that the beast never wants to be the little spoon. These are the little things that she perceives from the beast, from the animal. You need to have this archetype in you, fellas, if you don't want to dress the max, if you don't want to jump through hoops. Right? And then she's going to want to civilize you along the way. So when you're this archetype, fellas, I will wash up my plate and I'll get a round of applause. Oh my God, you washed up your plate. That's what I'm saying. Do you get it? You see what I'm saying? You get it? Your woman will just tidy up after you because she just perceives you to be a beast. Like, you're just a beast. You see what I'm trying to say, right? Irrational. You're tapping into her drives. You got to understand, women are very nurturing. Women have all the mechanisms to look after a child. This uncivilized, irrational, illogical being. She has all of the mechanisms to look after a child. So she shouldn't perceive you as a child, but she should perceive you to be an uncivilized, irrational being. All right? All right. Listen, I've given you too much game. I'm still ill, fellas. I'm still ill. This is the reason why I had to make this video a bit more funnier, because my brain is not actually working to be able to give you like a deep video. So I felt in a funny mood today, so I thought I'd give you a funny video. Fellas, please continue to wait for me. I'm going to get back to the emails. I'm not well. Every time I go into my email section, I'm getting a headache because I want to give you guys my time and my love and my attention. So please, if you just wait out for me, I will respond to you immediately. Please continue to support. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one.